Got a great article here from the South China Morning Post. A tragedy for our society. Ooh, this ought to be good. What are they going to talk about? Are they going to talk about sexism? Are they going to talk about how the central bank prints money out of thin air? How the government's spying on you? No, nothing like that. A shock over Chinese boy seen urinating inside a train carriage. If you've been in China, you would know that basically this isn't really much of a news story because this happens all the time. But I guess this one is really distinct because people posted photos. And it's really cute here. They've actually blurred out the boy's penis. So actually, he was seen peeing inside a Shanghai train station. And I guess people in China went on the internet and said, oh, that's not a good idea. The photo attracted 22,000 or 2,200 comments, including 1,200 likes. I'm not sure if they liked the fact that they got to see some young boy's penis, or they think it's a good idea to just take a piss wherever you want. Not really clear. Now there were some comments. This is too much. Do you think this is a public toilet? Well, no, because a public toilet you actually have to go to. And you have to actually try to go there and use 2% of your energy to expend. So no, they didn't even bother to do that. So they don't think it's a public toilet. They just think it's fun. A terrible generation will create an even more terrible generation. Education is very important. Now, one comment was supportive. Yes, the act isn't very civilized, but don't go overboard in your scolding. We are all Chinese people. Speak for yourself. People from rural areas have low levels of education. So it's a problem of education. Do you remember going to school and how there was that class where they taught you specifically, all right, boys and girls, okay, when you take out your wang, or you want to pee through your pee hole, sorry ladies, whatever it's called, don't do it on the train because people might take pictures of you and put it on Weibo. Yeah, do you remember that class? Yeah, there's a reason why. Because they don't need to teach that. They don't need to teach you in class not to shit and piss wherever you want. Is this really a problem of education, of people being poor? And if you actually take a look, there are comments below. I'm not going to show them here. I'll send the link to you. There are actually comments below saying, oh, yeah, it's a problem of education, and it's a problem of people, of a clash between rural and urban life. Once again, where in rural or urban life did people learn to just shit wherever they wanted to or take a whiz wherever they wanted to? Is that what they teach you when you're 3 years old? They go, all right, son or daughter, just go over there. But mom, dad, it's weird. There's other people around. Whatever. What's the chance that they're into that weird shit or that they're pedophiles? It's cool. Really? This is a problem of education? When we say this is a problem of education, what we're saying is that people in general, or the government, the society in general, that we didn't educate them enough, that we didn't use resources to teach them not to shit and urinate wherever they wanted to. So then the onus goes back to everybody else, not the individual person who's just pissing wherever they want. You know what that means? That is escaping responsibility. In this society, there are some people that are, what's the word? Jerks. They're just jerks, and they just do whatever they want. Now, you can try to cover it up as a lack of education, or we didn't spend enough time and money to really educate them, or it's a clash of rural and urban lifestyles. You know what? It's not that. And I challenge you to this, okay? You find me one of these people that's willing to piss and shit anywhere, on the train or on the street or wherever, okay? If that person does that in their own living room on their couch, then yes, then that's fine then. Because then that person says, hey, I can do it in my house, I can do it anywhere, it doesn't matter. Okay, then it would be a cultural thing. Then it would be a lack of education. But how much are you willing to wager these people know that when it goes to their property, they're not going to shit in it. They're not going to shit on it. They're not going to pee on it the way that they do here. This is a lack of respect. They don't give a fuck about other people's property. They don't give a shit about the government's property. They don't care about anybody else. They got to go tinkle they're just going to go tingle. Okay? And if you're within a 15-foot radius of that urinating spray, well, that's bad luck because you're nothing to them. You're just like a piece of crap, just like everything else, like every other inanimate object. Okay? So until you show me somebody that's going to take a steamy, slimy shit in their house, then we can start talking about cultural. Until then, these guys are just fucking assholes. They're a big bunch of fucking jerks, and that's all there is to it. So there isn't, or there shouldn't be any shock about this. This is just a bunch of jerks doing what they want, and society has to put pressure on them and say, look, that's just totally unacceptable. And I think how we can show this is if we take a dump or we take a piss on some of these people. You think they'd like that? You think they'd be okay with that? I don't think so. So, no, it's not culture. It's not education. It's not a lack of resources or a clash of rural and urban life. It's just that this world has some fuckfaces out there.